Okay, this is a view from my room. I'm about 20 stories up, and there's the wave pool. A few people swimming already. It's pretty early, it's 10 o'clock. And as we pan around, you can see the entrance to Mandalay Bay Beach. And those people on the left there aren't actual people staying in the hotel, so they have to form a separate queue and pay to get in. People that stay at Mandalay Bay don't have to pay. And in the background, you can see the Mandalay Bay Convention Centre. In the back distance, you can see the hills and the Harry Reid Airport, the Las Vegas Airport. As you can see, my view on the left-hand side, mostly just of the airport. No strip view for me, but a lovely poolside view. You can see there's the Moorea, I think that's how it's pronounced, which is the day club. So if you have a function, or even if you just want to go and have an over 18s swimming pool adventure plus DJs, starts at 11. I love it. Not even one block, like just right next to the Mandalay Bay, which is a beautiful, luxurious convention center. You have a pile of dirt. It's like that's how radical things are here in Vegas. So here we are in Vegas, and here's something really cool. Get your fortune told by Elvis Presley. I should do it.
Intending will get you nowhere, but do it, oh baby, it's gonna get you out of the ghetto. Provide the king more coins and I'll provide you with the depths of wisdom.
Here's the Mandalay Bay Raiders Stadium, and just across this beautiful mountain range. I don't know if you can see, it's a bit hazy. It's just white, big white range of mountains. This is a bacon wrapped burrito. Interesting. Of course, with some hot sauce. So for me, going to Vegas and trying to decide what type of show to go and see has to fit a few criteria. As I'm going to see more than one show, I want to try and see a mixture of music, comedy, magic if I can. And one of the things I look for is what's the outstanding show, as in what's the longest running show, or what's the biggest, fanciest show? What's the one that everyone goes to Vegas says, oh yeah, I saw that show. And when I ask people about comedy, they say one show, which has been running for like the past 15, 20 years or something ridiculous. And that's Carrot Top. And I've seen some of his stuff on YouTube, and he's pretty funny. And so I went and saw the show at Luxor, and the show was hilarious. Literally from the moment it started till the time he got off. So about an hour and a half, I just didn't stop laughing. He was so funny, and he was really edgy. Like, you think that after you do the show for so many years, you sort of just run through the routine. And some of it, you could tell that because he's got a lot of music and music cues and other sound effects cues, so he's got it really well timed. But he like some people were heckling or not laughing, and he just like ripped into the audience. So he was still really edgy, which was really cool. When he was doing the show, he only looked at the first 5 rows, which was the VIP section. You could buy VIP tickets, meet him backstage. And when he was doing the whole show, he was basically just addressing these people, which is kind of weird being 3/4 of the way up and him not even looking up to where my seat was, sort of engaging us. He just basically did the show to the first 5 rows. So how I got to Charlie's was an interesting story in itself. I spoke to a guy on Facebook, and when I got to Vegas one night, he said, "Yeah, come out, we're at Charlie's." So I'm like, "Where the hell's that?" And he's like, "Don't worry, it's just like out in the burbs a bit, but it's not too far." So I get in this cab by myself after Carrot Top, so it's about 10 o'clock at night. And by the way, they had like some R&B festival there, so it was really hard to get cabs. And I get to Charlie's, and I can't find him, and I've texted him and go, "Where are you?" And he's like, "Oh, we left Charlie's, we're now at the garage." And I looked at Google Maps, and the garage is like the other side of town. So I'm like, it was hard enough getting a cab once. I said, like, I'm just going to stay put and see how the night goes. So I end up like hanging out with this Bucks night for a straight guy who one of his friends knew about this dive place and cheap drinks, and it was just really laid back. And so he brought like 10 of his straight Bucks night friends to this gay bar, and they were just like shooting pool. It was like a cowboy theme, so it was just, pretty laid back sort of, place. And then they had a show, had a drag show, and because RuPaul shows on the main strip, a lot of the performers will do these sort of secret spot shows at just like local gay clubs. And so eventually by about 3 or 4 o'clock, I'm like, "How do I get home?" And they sort of said, "Oh, you need to catch a cab at the closest casino," which was, I think it was Rio or New Orleans. I'm not sure, I've forgotten. And it was industrial area. So he just sort of said, "Yeah, look, you're pretty okay. It's the neighborhoods that have bars, gay bars, like they're the ones you got to watch out for, because that's where people live. So there's going to be more population. In industrial, it's just offices, so there's just no one around." He said you might get 1 or 2 people that might be staggering around. He says you should be right. And he was right. It took me about 15 minutes. I didn't see anybody. And I got up to, the casino, had a walk through. It was really pretty. The rooms and the decor was exactly like the buildings and architecture you see in New Orleans. It was so fantastic. And then I eventually caught a cab, and it was no dramas. I eventually got back home. So I got home about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So Sunday is definitely going to be a chill day.